With things such as the 1619 Project, critical race theory, Marxism in college, history really is under assault. And it's really important to learn real history. And the people in this real history, they weren't babies, they weren't weak, they were some of the most metal people you have ever heard of. So let's start it out with a story that's not taught in school. A story of the hero king, the king of 1,000 battles, the Lion of Lekistan, anointed by Pope Innocent IX, the savior of Christianity, Jan III Sobieski. Year 1683. For hundreds of years, the Ottoman Turks, a Muslim caliphate, have been conquering into Europe and spreading Islam through Greece, the Balkans, Hungary, into Austria, the German heartland of the Holy Roman Empire, to the point of sieging Vienna multiple times. And if Vienna, the bastion of Christianity, were to fall to the Muslim caliphate of the Ottoman Turk, it would be Rome next. And with Vienna and Rome, all of Christendom would fall. The Ottoman Turks were coming for Vienna. They had amassed an army of nearly 200,000 and were marching. The German-led Holy Roman Empire could not defend itself from such a force and amassed an alliance. So they formed a Christian alliance with Pope Innocent IX, Venice, and Poland. In summer of 1683, the Ottoman Turks, with their 200,000-strong army, besieged Vienna, and Jan Sobieski began to muster every single troop he could. This would leave his own country entirely undefended. While the Polish-Lithuanian army mustered under Jan Sobieski, and the German Holy Roman Emperor attempted to muster every single troop he could, while also attempting to figure out a way to pay for all of them, 15,000 men stood in defense of Vienna as they were besieged by 200,000. And those 15,000 men held for 2 months. All food was cut off to them, all water. They were starving, fatigued, fighting every hour of every day to defend their home and all of Christendom against the Ottoman Turks. As the siege continued, the Holy Roman Emperor managed to muster about 47,000 troops. Jan III Sobieski managed to muster about 27,000 Poles, totaling about 75,000 troops. This would still leave them outnumbered about 3-1, as well as the fact that they are all different cultures, different languages, and the two armies were coming from completely different directions. As they were united, essentially only in their religion, this alliance was called the Holy League. On the 12th of September, 1683, the day that would become the Battle of Vienna, the German army of the Holy Roman Emperor was nearing Vienna. But the Polish contingent was nowhere to be seen. They had not heard word from them. They had no idea where they were. The Ottoman Emperor decided to send nearly half of his army to defend against the encroaching Holy Roman Emperor. Over 100,000 Ottoman soldiers delaying 47,000 Germans attempting to reach and save Vienna. In the same moment, the Ottoman Emperor decided to attempt to breach the city of Vienna. They surged forward and placed large amounts of explosives into one of the bastions of Vienna, which would then detonate and breach a hole into the walls of Vienna. But the army of the Holy Roman Emperor managed to defeat the contingent force of Ottomans and send them running back to Vienna. They continued their march. At that very moment, the defenders of Vienna, 15,000, managed to rally, and they charged into that bastion. They defeated the Ottomans attempting to breach into their city fully, and they seized the explosives, stopping them while the fuse was still lit. 47,000 Germans, who had been force marching for weeks, who had just repelled an attack from a superior number of Ottoman troops, reached a hill overlooking Vienna. And those 47,000 men set their eyes upon an army of 200,000 Ottomans, and their Polish allies were nowhere to be seen. All was lost. There was no way for victory. And then on the horizon appeared Jan Sobieski and his 27,000 Polish Winged Hussars. But the Ottomans were still confident. They still outnumbered them nearly 3-1. There was no way that they could lose. But after a brief pause to observe the battlefield and to bless his army, Jan Sobieski gave the order to charge. And down from the hilltop charged 27,000 Polish Winged Hussars and 47,000 of the combined forces of the Holy Roman Empire. Through gunfire, through cannon fire, directly into an army 3 times their size, and on the backs of the Polish cavalry, wings like angels, causing a racket, causing horrible whistling, as if God himself has come to war against them. And the Holy League fucking slaughtered all of them. Thousands of Ottomans slaughtered, the rest running away in complete terror. and Vienna stood and Christendom was saved. Jan Sobieski then wrote a letter to his wife to describe what had happened. This letter is so metal that it certifies him as one of the most badass men to ever have lived. Here's what he said. The immortal God, to whom glory and honor shall always be ascribed, has blessed us with so signal a victory as scarce the memory of man can equal. The enemy climbed over mountains of carcasses made by their own bodies in flight. My eyes were never before so blessed with such a delightful prospect as my soldiers following such a great herd of Turkish captives, nor my ears ever so charmed with the delightful music of the howling and dying groans of these miserable wretches. Those janissaries that were left behind in the mines and trenches we thought not worth dulling our swords. Therefore we made but one giant funeral pyre for them all and burnt them. Thanks be to heaven, for now the half-moon triumphs no longer over the cross. No longer do the Turks have any occasion to upbraid us with their blasphemous Mohammedan proverb, Christians, where is your God now? Jan Sobieski.